Yo, what is up, guys? It's the owner of Anarchy RSPS here, and actually, we have super exciting news today, guys. So, we are going to be giving away the items for the competitions. I've actually already given away the weapon boxes as well as the blood boxes to the top 3 spots, which is actually really cool. So, now, if you guys don't know how the competitions work, the top 3 spots gets like some really good boxes, and then the 4th through 10th place get weapon boxes as well, which aren't as good as the blood boxes. So, yeah, the weapon boxes do give the ray gun. The blood boxes give like 3 blood items. But basically, you just get like a better reward if you're in the top 3 spots. So, but even if you don't get top 3, then you still get a reward, which is pretty sick. And getting in the top 10, probably isn't even that hard. But actually, the PayPal reward is in the top 25. If someone random is going to win, we'll pick that winner out very soon. But anyways, the getting in the top 25 should be super easy. In fact, we're about to see how easy it's going to be once I take a look at the leaderboard here. So the top 3 spots here are Ask Jay, Bulldozer, and So Depressed. Now I just realized that So Depressed is actually like so depressed. So hopefully he's doing well mentally. But also we have Motor Muis. He actually just got moderator. He's one of the 4th through 10th place players, which is pretty sick. As well as Netflix One. I've seen him quite a bit. I think he's pretty cool. And then yeah. So anyway, we're gonna take a look at all the way down to 25th place. Looks like anyone who gets more than 150 minutes of game time is going to be able to win this competition. So now someone was saying that they didn't think that actually the full leaderboard would fill out up to 50 players, but looks like to even get in the top 50, you need to get 30 or more minutes. Honestly, I was thinking of saying like instead of the top 25, a random player in the top 10 could get a reward. But actually, what I could do is say like instead of being in the top 25, what if we have someone in the top 50 be one of the people to win the reward? Now, something to mention is that I did see that there's a player in here that's got like 3 accounts in the top 25. So, if he wins, then we're going to have to like figure something out. You know what I mean? So I don't know exactly how I'm going to avoid being able to, have multiple accounts in the competition or whatever. Being able to give away the IRL money, it definitely seems unfair if, someone's in there like 3 times or whatever. But yeah, this time, we're just gonna like go ahead and select the winner. But actually, I don't know. Should I like almost disqualify people if I think that if I think that they're in the top 10 like too many times or top 25 too many times? But anyways, so we have this number generator here, which is pretty sick. We'll go ahead and generate a random number very soon, guys. But actually, then I'm trying to think if I'll go through some IRL stories. We could go through some IRL stories very soon, as well as anything else. We need to come up with some updates or some competition this weekend or an idea for a video. So unfortunately, I have not completely finished the presets interface yet, but we will go ahead and work on that very soon. So that will be coming out. And then not only will the presets interface come out, we could come up with a video idea that's doesn't have to do with like an update or anything. Like that good idea was getting 1,000 or not 1,000 next kills, but killing next for an entire hour was kind of a good video idea. Honestly, Vidic could do something similar to that, where he's doing 1,000 or not 1,000 kills, but an hour worth of Araxor or something like that. So it could be like the series of like an hour of killing his boss. So it's pretty exciting. Anyways, we'll do this random number generator here, and then we'll go through the IRL stories. Very exciting. And then we'll have to check the leaderboard to see who won. So let's go ahead and generate it. It looks like number 4 is the winner. So let's take a look really quick. Who is in 4th place? And we will see. It is 001. So that's very cool. So yeah. Anyways, let's go into the IRL stories really quick. So basically, I texted someone that is let's see, my there's this guy that's in my kind of friends with my family, really close friends with my family. In fact, he's so close friends with my family, they almost consider him family. And he's actually dating our cousin. So that's kind of interesting that that's happening. So it's like a very close family friend dating my cousin now. So he's almost even closer to our family, I guess. And I actually got I almost got in trouble for that one time when I was at a wedding reception, and I was like talking to, you know, one of the friends of the person who was getting married. Now, the person who was getting married is she's getting married to like one of my step cousins or whatever. So basically she's like family now. But she actually the wife or whatever has like friends that they're such good friends that they consider themselves family. So that's why if I were to date one of her friends, they would almost think it was weird or whatever. So anyways, they're saying like, "Oh, I'm not allowed to date, my step cousin's wife's friends because they're too close." But yeah, anyways, I got a message on my phone. Let's take a look really quick. Oh, Snapchat has been doing weird messages for the when it sends a snap or whatever rather than a message. But anyways, now what we're going to talk about really quick is there's so the close family friend um of my family or whatever is dating my cousin, and this close family friend of mine has a cousin actually that I've met quite a few times, and she's pretty cool, and she's dating someone new that she met recently, and she's got a dog or whatever that I keep going to the bar, and this guy is like always watching her dog, and we're not sure exactly whether or not like her dog's going to be allowed at her place or not. The only way the dog will be allowed at her place is actually if she tries to get the dog as like a support animal. So I don't know how hard that is, but anyways, so this girl that's the family friend's cousin or whatever, I messaged her because she gave me her cell phone number one time, and I'm asking her actually, if she's able to talk to her friend or whatever. She's got a friend that I talked to for like 10, 15 minutes one night, and I thought it was pretty fun talking to her. So I was telling, this I was telling this girl to tell her friend or whatever that I like talking to her, and then see whether or not she wants to talk to me through text message if she wants to get my phone number or anything like that. But anyways, the interesting thing is this girl is kind of young or whatever, and she was the girl that I like talking to, and she's in her 20s, but like the reason I say she's young is she's young compared to the guy who was hitting on her. There's a guy who was hitting on her who's like almost twice her age, but actually the reason that she didn't mind too much is this guy that's twice her age is actually pretty rich and says he's going to start a weed farm, and actually he's like inviting people from the main street or the bar I go to or whatever. He's inviting them to go work for him. Isn't that not solicitation if you try to get employees of another place to come like work for you or whatever? So anyway, let's look up really quick. I'm trying to look up is it solicitation to ask employees to work for you? Yep. So let's see. It says asking employees to work for you may not be considered solicitation, but it could be considered a violation of a non-solicitation policy. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that was pretty exciting that, I'm trying to see if this girl's friend will, maybe want to talk to me in the future. We'll have to see. But anyways, that's kind of something that happened interesting today. I actually drove a girl to work, and then she got there, and since she was like partying so hard yesterday and she had a hangover today, then she decided like only 20, 30 minutes later, she's like, oh my gosh, actually, I have to go home now because I'm not feeling that great, so I need a ride or whatever. So I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, luckily I was able to give her a ride. I actually have a convertible that's the same convertible as, what does it say? Same convertible as in the show, The Office or whatever. So that's pretty sick. But anyways, pretty exciting there. Some other crazy stuff has happened in my life that is going to give me some more free time, which is really good. And I have to like get better at not talking about drama too much or whatever. I've gotten actually in trouble for spreading drama, so that's not good, guys. So sometimes I'm too open, and the reason for that could be because if I'm the let's say I'm the owner of a server, right? Well, if I'm the owner of the server, then I almost feel like I can get away with a lot of stuff because I can do whatever I want, I can say whatever I want, and at the end of the day, I don't get punished at all. That's actually not very good. That's probably why police are able to think they're able to get away with more stuff because it's harder for them to actually get in trouble. So that's why, they might some of them might be like bad apples or whatever, and go out of their way and do things that they might not get arrested for or whatever. So that's not a good situation for me to be in. Well, what happened is that I was part of a conversation. People were talking to me, and then I shared some of that information with someone else, and then that ended up being like information that was maybe supposed to be private information or whatever. Now, yeah, I'm pretty sure that the information I heard is true, but I guess I should not have shared it. And what's interesting is the person I shared it with did appreciate the information at first. They're like, "Oh, thank you for telling me." But then later on, they're like, "Oh, you shouldn't have told me," because it messed up a little bit. So, yeah, I got to be careful, spreading information or whatever. So, but luckily now I can be like super vague about it. At first, I was being a little bit vague about it, but that person was asking me, give me more details or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll give you more details or whatever. And so, yeah, anyways, hopefully I'm able to fix that situation. It seems like I am going to have to send an apology or whatever. And luckily, I think I will be able to send the apology, I think. So we'll see if that goes well. I'll let you guys know, if it goes well or not. Luckily, I haven't told you guys like anything exactly what was talked about or anything. So I'm gonna like practice with you guys maybe and not spreading drama. That would be definitely really good. But actually in my videos, I'm very open usually. So another thing is that I know in my server I said that I don't get in trouble that much, but actually I don't get in trouble like I've I've done other illegal things that aren't even like, other illegal things. I don't do illegal things with my server really, but I've done illegal things that makes me think maybe that I'm more able to get away with stuff. So I'm almost a little bit more of a risk taker, and I don't know if that's actually like a good quality or not, because I've actually had an issue with losing money on the stock market or whatever, because I'm like kind of a, I don't know if that's like a risk taker, but honestly, it's like they convinced me though that they're like, oh, this is like 100% chance of making this much money or whatever. And so I almost got tricked. I'm like, oh, the market's going to move this way forever is what I was thinking, but that's just not the case. So I lost money that way by taking a risk that way. So luckily I have learned my lesson there, and I'm not taking a risk like that anymore. But now it seems like this new issue, like I run into a few issues per year or whatever, where something really bad happens. That I think one time I was telling someone, I was asking them if someone close to them made them upset or whatever, and then they were like, they just didn't want to talk about that. I was talking to them while they were upset about someone who made them upset, and asking like, did something happen, and they didn't want to talk about it. And so I kind of like talked about it for maybe a little bit too long, and then they didn't want to talk to me. But then another thing is that what I did recently or whatever is maybe I did something a little bit similar recently, but yeah, anyway. So that's kind of some of the stuff that's been going on in my life. Very like vague information or whatever. I'm not going like super into it, because I got to get better at like being more vague about really sensitive details and private details and stuff. But it really depends on like, maybe it depends honestly on how close you are with some of the people you're talking to. If I'm not that close with people that I'm talking to, maybe I shouldn't be sharing super like private information or whatever. But anyways, so hopefully you guys enjoy this video. I've been like rambling for a long time, but if you finished all the way to the end of this video, that's crazy, because I don't know. But anyway, subscribe if you finished this part of the video or whatever. And then also, I will be going ahead and working on the server more frequently, because, like I said, there's something that happened recently that's going to be able to give me more free time, which actually one of those things is the fact that my mom is working now. So that means that she will be able to actually, go to work, and then I won't hang out with her as long throughout the day. Sometimes I'm there for like literally half the day or whatever, just able to hang out with her because she's super cool. But yeah, anyways, I used to be like making music every day, used to be job searching every day. I used to be doing a bunch of cool stuff like that, but now it seems like the only job opportunities that kind of come by me or whatever that work out really are when the recruiters reach out to me really. But luckily, one job did recently get back to me about like I actually applied to their job and then they actually got back to me, which is super sick. But it's a little bit worrisome because you know, the biggest problem is really that I don't have the number of years experience that some people have. They might have 50% more years experience than me. I have like 9 years experience, but all they need is like 14, 15 years experience, or maybe all they need is like 12 years of experience. So, 9 years of experience that I have versus 12, those are similar, but 12 is a bigger number. So if we both do really well in the interview and show that we're really smart or whatever, all someone needs to do is have a few more years experience than me. And actually, the jobs usually require like 6 or 8 or more years of experience. So if I have 9 years experience, that's like not that much more than the 6 or 8 requirement. I almost should be going for jobs that only require like 4 or more years. Then I would be like overqualified. And that seems like mainly the way to get jobs right now is to be overqualified or whatever. But anyways, guys, wish me luck with the situation that I'm currently in. I've faced like the last few days. I have to send an apology to try and make things better or whatever. And I'm very excited if that's going to work out in my favor or not. But anyways, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I talked about quite a few IRL things that happened recently without going into, too much detail, which is good. And so maybe I will make improvements in the way that I am not talking so much and well, I do talk a lot in conversations, so it makes sense that like I'm like maybe I'm a little bit too unfiltered, or like maybe I need to get better at knowing when people are upset and when not to talk to them, because if they're upset, I should like give them space. That's something that I got to get good at. I don't know if you guys are bad at that or not, but something I definitely got to get good at is giving people space if they're upset. I've actually heard sometimes like, there's someone that's upset and then the other person they're talking to just like leaves out of the situation. And to me, I don't know, it always kind of surprised me. I'm like, oh, someone's upset and then they just like straight up leave the conversation. I always thought that was a little weird, but honestly, that might be the smart thing to do. If you notice someone's upset and you're like, oh, you just want to leave the situation, maybe they think they can't make the other person feel better or whatever. But it really depends on, your skills or whatever. If you have the skills to be able to make them feel better, and also the relationship between those two people, you have to maybe be in like a closer relationship or whatever, or I don't know, like maybe you're only acquaintances, but you're somehow able to make the other person feel kind of better. So, but anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about today. Actually, I wanted to mention, I think I used to tell someone that I don't even talk to a therapist anymore about my issues. Like, I didn't even feel like the therapist honestly was that helpful. I tell my therapist all the issues, and then I tell like some of my family the issues as well. I guess the people in my family get a little bit more annoyed easily and they give more advice. If I go to the therapist is like giving me way less advice, but is like a better listener. But yeah, anyways, so that's going to do it for today's video. It's been a really long video, but I'm using you guys like a therapy session or whatever. So we're going to keep doing that. And the cool thing is I can probably make my videos as long as possible. And the reason is you guys don't have to sit through the whole thing. You can sit through only as much as you feel like you need to. So anyways, peace out, guys.